This broadcast is brought to you by the West Coast Eagles, foundation partner of the WAFLW, Kia, supporting partner of the WAFLW, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and streamer.com.au.
Welcome along to Sullivan Logistics Stadium in the picturesque Leederville. 19 degrees today, sunny conditions with a light sou'wester around that 20 kilometre mark. And it's round 9 of the WAFLW competition. Big thank you to streamer.com.au and major partners Front Row Screens, of course, and Kia and the West Coast Eagles today. And it's a big clash. South Fremantle sitting in 4th position at the moment with a 4-3 win-loss record. Percentage very healthy of 131.1. They're coming off 3 in a row. That's right, they're going for 4 on the trot. And you couldn't really picture a more different scenario for East Perth. Just the one win this season, they're 1-6. Percentage of 33.5. Today is do or die. In a 16-round competition, you cannot afford to go 1-7. It is a long way back from there. But for the Dogs, a win, and that will consolidate them in that top 4 in the 4th position. So a lot to play for this afternoon for both sides. East Perth playing to stay alive in this competition in 2024, and South Fremantle, well, just a small loss in round 1. 3 points they went down in the derby to East Fremantle, who are sitting in 2nd with a 6-1. So I know South Fremantle would have a fair bit of belief. They've been able to push a few of those top sides in the competition this year. Looking at the way their season's unfolded, a loss, a win and a loss. After 4 rounds, they were staring down the barrel at 1-3, but an inspired 3 weeks or a month with the bye, and they've been able to turn things around. Lisa Gilchrist has been right amongst it in the high possession winners, along with Renee Morgan. Molly O'Hara, although she isn't out today in the South Fremantle side, along with Newson Young. For East Perth, there's a couple of ins as well. Abby Barber and Hannah Challender. The outs, Jessica Bolton, Matilda Bennett. Now that is a huge loss for them. Looking across their stats this season, Matilda Bennett is 3rd in the competition for hit-outs with 112 hit-outs. So out of the side, so a big chance for the likes of Emily Boothman today to step up. Also, Jess Verbruff, watch out for the Rover. She'll be amongst it. And Courtney Lindgren, she's also been getting amongst the goal kickers. For South Fremantle, watch for Poppy Stockwell and Lauren Vecchio, the Rover, and also Noah McNaughton in the ruck as the tap comes down from McNaughton. East Perth get the clearance. Well played in the end. It was Verbruff, Jess Verbruff. Got the hand pass out, but then her teammate was wrapped up straight away, Michaela Rogers. So we'll have a ball up just forward of the centre circle for South Fremantle. Another huge tap from McNaughton down. East Perth claiming the footy. Great tackle in the end. And as you'd expect, it's a hot footy early on, and that was Sabella Banks for East Perth. McNaughton again gets the better of the ruck tap. Coming down to a teammate in Arrowsmith. Hope Arrowsmith has a second crack at it. Just tracking the footy back towards the centre circle now, East Perth. Just forward of that circle when South Fremantle claim the footy. Great tackle. And we'll have another ball up in the centre of the ground. Looks like Lucy Greenwood, the last player to get up. So McNaughton again comes down front left. Good tap to the advantage of her teammates, the Bulldogs. Just trying to soccer it along the ground. It fell to Schmieden. Got the hand pass out. Still ball in dispute here. Right half forward for South Fremantle. Can't pick the footy up is Verbruff. Well done. Shrugged the tackle is Arrowsmith. Then gets it to a teammate in Sidiris. Pippa Sidiris in towards centre half forward. Good defensive pressure is Banks. In the end, gets rid of it to a teammate. Scrappy old kick towards the right half back line. Set a teammate in Ferns a task, but she was up to it. Well done. Got rid of the left hand pass to a teammate. The run off the half back is good, but the disposal is not. It now comes to Pears. Caitlin Pears. It goes inside 50. But first back is the East Perth defence, and Sabella Banks racking them up early. Gets it to a teammate. Not out of trouble yet, though. They're on right half back, East Perth. Supporting hand pass. Kick towards the centre circle. Just darting in at the last minute is Arrowsmith. Affects the spoil. She's been lively early. Comes to Ferns. Just read it best. But coughed the footy up. Smogovic gets the hand pass to McNaughton. Wrapped up in the tackle. She had to cough it up. And in the end, comes to South Fremantle towards centre half forward. Players go to ground for East Perth, but charging through like a wounded bull. The fullback, brilliant play by East Perth. Long kick towards the centre circle. Ferns is there, just trying to worry Arrowhead out of it. Just overrunning the football a little bit is Lindgren, Courtney Lindgren. And we'll have another ball up just forward of the centre circle for East Perth. Just over 3 minutes gone. Huge round 9 clash here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. It's 4th versus 7th. South Fremantle sitting in that 4th position, and good defensive relieving mark by South Fremantle just inside the paint of 50. And the kick comes to the left half back line. Trying to push her opponent out of it was Matthews, but not succeeding. East Perth showing great determination here. But again, that kick is errant. Garlett not able to pick it up. It comes to East Perth. Oh, charging through like a cheater on an espresso. Well done by East Perth, but I think she's injured herself. Got a corky, and it comes to Smogovic. And showing some good poise here, Touch ball, says the umpire. It's a hot old footy. Ferns again getting amongst it, and the kick comes, and good mark taken by Rogers. Rogers kicks to the centre circle. Oh, it's a turnover. There, pouncing is Cocking. Retreats, finds some supportive run by the centre half back, and the kick comes to the left half back line. Great pressure by South Fremantle and East Perth. It's an excellent start to this match this afternoon. The Doggies have the numbers. The kick comes from Smogovic inside 50. Drop chest mark by our forward, by the Doggies forward. McNaughton tried to pick the footy up and shrugged the tackle. Maybe holding the ball, the second one is. Lauren Vecchio. And leading the competition at the moment. Vecchio with 47 tackles. Can you believe it? An absolute terrier back there with vice-like hands, and that's another good tackle. Holding the ball against Barber. And a lively start here by Alyssa Smogovic. She goes into the corridor. Excellent work. Charged out at it was the centre half forward for South Fremantle. Just got first hands to it. It was Keeley, Zoe Keeley. Pushes the footy forward. Comes to Cocking, Michaela Cocking. Shoots on goal. It's off to the minor side. And we've got our first score of the afternoon. It's a behind to South Fremantle on the Kia scoreboard. As East Perth kick it in, and it's turned over. Noah McNaughton read it best. Plays on the right foot. Hooks it back, and it goes across the face. Just tried to give herself a little bit more room and a little bit more distance. And how often do you see that? Players running out to the side, getting the extra distance, but not kicking straight. Must kick straight through the ball as McNaughton is going to get a second crack. Snap kick to the hot spot. Great mark. Defensive mark by Banks. Banks has turned it over. And South Fremantle now will have a chance to pop it straight back to the top of the square. Leading out. Not a good kick in the end. To the full forward was Huggett. And she couldn't hug it. and it goes over for a minor score. But all the play with South Fremantle early on. Coming off 3 straight wins, South Fremantle, East Perth, their season on the line this afternoon. Playing at home in front of their home crowd. What are they going to be able to produce? Outstanding play. Barging her way through was Sprillin. Here comes to McNaughton, evading 1, then 2, shoots the hand pass out to Sprillin again. And it goes over the line, no score at all. But East Perth weathering the storm. All the possession is with South Fremantle. So it's out on the full, right next to the point post at the southern end of the ground here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. East Perth's home ground, of course. They share it with Subiaco. And I'm sure there's listeners or viewers watching, remembering when it used to be the home of course, the West Perth Falcons, as that, well, Cardinals way back in the day. As the snap kick comes to the top of the square, wrapped up in the tackle. Gets the boot to the ball though. Brilliant stuff by the Royals. And they can clear. Not out of trouble yet. Just waiting for it. Right half backwards, Ritchie. She'll load up to the top of the square. Not able to take the mark though was Huggett. Great defensive pressure by the Royals. And the kick comes to the true centre half back position. Couple of players getting paws on it. And it's a high tackle. Putting her head over it was Jess Verbruff. She's been one of the best players in the East Perth lineup, and she started very brightly this afternoon and sling tackle. Not really a sling, but that head making contact with the grass always makes you nervous. So we've got a ball up right next to the centre circle. It's Newson. Does well in the end, just worrying her opponent Boothman out of it. Boothman, great second effort. Still at the bottom of the pack. Baines in there for South Fremantle. We'll have another ball up. Only a couple of metres away from that last ball up right next to the centre circle. It's just forward of centre for South Fremantle. Just over 10 minutes to go. They get the centre clearance. East Perth have got the numbers here. It's 2-on-1. Just worried her out of it. Did brilliantly. It was Milner. And they clear East Perth to the middle of the ground. 3-on-1. The Dogs got the numbers. Busting off the chain. In towards centre half forward. McNaughton got tackled but got rid of the footy. Kick comes to centre half forward. Good punch from behind. It comes to Bradley. Quick hand pass out the back. Chip kick over the top. Looking for the run of Cocking. But horrible bounce. And East Perth got the numbers. Players going to ground and we'll have a ball up in the right full forward pocket for South Fremantle. They're shooting to the southern end of the ground. Looks like a free kick for holding the ball. And I reckon that's fair enough. You've got to make an attempt to get it out as that kick comes in over the back. East Perth. Magnificent defensive pressure in this first quarter. And it's Challender, one of the ins. Clears for East Perth, still not out of trouble. And Smidgen gives away the free kick. So South Fremantle reloading up here on right half forward. Just patient, now kicks towards centre half forward. The target was Vecchio. Tracking the footy is Sprillin right near the line. Comes back to Vecchio. Hand pass to Sprillin. The banana kick towards the hot spot. Grabbing it and shrugging the tackle is Huggett. Huggett goes bang! Gun barrel straight with the snap. And Zoe Huggett kicks the first goal of the afternoon. Comes back to Vecchio. And just hand pass to Sprillin. The banana kick towards the hot spot. Discipline to the hot spot. That's where you want it as a forward. And Huggett just shrugged the tackle. The Colossus. And with surgical precision, that snap went straight through the eye, diddle diddle. So the Bulldogs draw first blood. They're 1-3 to East Perth 0-0 here on the Kia Motors scoreboard. Time ticking away, just over 8 minutes in this first quarter. And as we spoke about pre-match, South Fremantle coming off 3 straight wins. Very buoyant, had a huge month, whereas East Perth had a big win, their first of the season a fortnight ago. But then last week, a crushing loss. Got brought back to earth as they get the clearance here, East Perth. Well done. In towards the forward 50. Tracking it brilliantly towards centre half forward is Vandervelde. But giving away the free kick. And it comes to Polly Menno. Tries to spot up a teammate. Set her a task though. So it's turned over. Tried to get rid of the hand pass initially, then got her arm pinned, but to get it away. And it was Ferns who got the boot to it, but it dribbles over the line. Deliberate, is it? Or did it come off the boot? But it's a free kick to South Fremantle, nonetheless. Right half back line here for South Fremantle. Long kick towards centre wing. Just misreading the footy was Greenwood. It meant the doggies are running onto it. Stockwell, Poppy Stockwell, involved in that play, the live wire forward. Kicked a couple of goals last week. Comes in towards centre half forward. Good defensive pressure by East Perth. And it comes to Sarah wrapped up in the tackle. And some magnificent individual contests early on. And good dominant tack by Vanderberg. Comes back to her now. McNaughton sinks the slipper into centre half forward. Good contest. Vecchio trying to win the footy. In the end, it falls to East Perth. Kick comes to right half back. Just running past the footy, but sticking the one paw out. It was good enough in the end. Comes to Boothman, Emily Boothman. Kick to centre wing. Reading it best. Now the Bulldogs. And on left half back now. Playing on is Cronin, Hunter Cronin to the middle of the ground. Good kick to Stockwell. Poppy Stockwell plays on quickly. She spotted a teammate in Vecchio. Tries to brush the tackle. Brilliant stuff by East Perth. Sabella Banks, vice-like grip. And she started brilliantly, Banks. And now East Perth have a chance to load up and try and get a rare inside 50. This is where they've been breaking down. Skill errors around the half-forward line. And it's Polly Menno who's been strong around that defensive line. Great pick-up. They've got the footy now. Comes to Greenwood. Greenwood for the Royals. Inside 50. And it's Alessiou. Plays on to the run. Long kick towards goal. Off to the minor side, but East Perth are on the board. And that was exciting play. Alessiou feeding the run. And a flying shot on goal. 4.5 minutes to go. South Fremantle bringing it in from the northern end here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. And they're deep in the left full back pocket. Kick comes towards the left half back line, just outside 50, and it's been turned over. It's Sarah. Ellie Sarah's kick to full forward. It's a grubber ball. Picked up by the South Freo defence. That bounce just went straight over Ferns' head. Still ball in dispute. Left half back. It comes to East Perth. Barber's kick just slapped it on the right boot. And it falls to Bain, Megan Bain. Uses the run off left half back. Then they come back into the corridor. And it's Arrowsmith. Showing great courage. Going back with the flight. And then the switch of the plays on. Cronin's got the footy. Recruited from the Jandakot Jets. Played 42 games, one of the most experienced players out there. The kick comes towards centre wing. Ferns is there, worried her opponent out of it. Mully Grubber to Verbruff. Now they load up. They go to the right half forward line, dropping a chest mark. In the end was Lingren, butted up for the second effort. And we've got a ball up just outside 50 on right half forward for East Perth. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 9. WAFLW action. McNaughton tried to claim the footy. Good tackle by Sarah. McNaughton butters up again. And we'll have a ball up just to the right of the corner of the square, right half forward. And East Perth would be desperate to pinch one here just before quarter time. And getting the left paw onto it was Newson. Did well, but it's sharked by East Perth. Verbraff into full forward. Spots a teammate in Milner. And Havana Milner, deep in the right full forward pocket, will line them up with just over 2 minutes to go. And that was an excellent kick by Verbraff, like a runaway freight train off right half forward. As that kick comes in by Milner. Looked pretty good off the boot. But it's a minor score on the Kia Motors scoreboard. East Perth, there's 0-2 to South Fremantle 1-3. South Fremantle wasting no time. Chip kicking to the left full. Oh, it's full forward pocket. Sideways kick, spotting a teammate up. Polymeno to left half back. Juggling the mark and then spilling it was Cocking. And the pressure spills it over the line. So we've got a boundary throw in on centre wing. Or just forward of centre wing for East Perth. Right in front of the central commentary position. There's Verbraff barking orders. Getting her positioning right. They've got a loose play around the contest. Do South Fremantle, and this is where they're going to exploit it. This is what Verbraff was barking about. Cocking is the loose player, and they get the clearance. Kick to centre half forward is a good one to the run of Keeley. First back is the East Perth defence, just overrunning it though. The Dogs still a chance, right on the paint of 50 in the true centre half forward position, but Banks again. Just a colossus across half back. Scrappy kick though, so still not out of danger. And Verbraff wrapped up in a tackle, will have another ball up. Tap down, no one's claiming it. East Perth in the end, trying to barge through with Sarah. Holding the ball. And now South Fremantle with 10 seconds to go. Can they sneak one? Quick kick into centre half forward. Trying to go the one-hander is Keeley. Doesn't eventuate. Time ticking away. And the siren's going to beat him. Ball still going. Spills out the back to Keeley. Oh, just snuck it in. And the score counts. That would have been an exciting finish. And it's a minor score. But South Fremantle, they go into quarter time, 1-4-10, with a significant advantage. Most of the play as well. And a really bustling first quarter. Saw South Fremantle dominating a lot of the play in that forward half. McNaughton has been busy. So has Keeley. Newson in the ruck. Poppy Stockwell has buzzed in and out and has looked lively across the centre line. And so far, South Fremantle's defence has been resolute, with Polymeno and Bain chipping in when needed, along with Keeley. And for East Perth, Sabella Banks, what a first quarter. And really holding them up at the moment is Verbraff. He's got lots of possessions and tackling hard. And really the quarterback for East Perth. So there we have it, quarter time here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Beautiful conditions. About 20 kilometres an hour, a light sou'wester with 19 degrees here. We'll be right back after this on streamer.com.au with round 9 WAFLW action.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one.
Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. This for my headers. Listen. Back then wasn't worried about me though. In the gym trying to work on my free throw. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Dramatic victory! A goal on the siren!
Oh, goodness gracious me!
Plays it along the ice, into the net and scores!
Gets the team off to a flyer!
Giving it everything, it's a great goal! And the celebration has begun. Extraordinary upset.
Goalkeeper again came up big.
To take the win here in the King of the Hill.
Ball up on the Cookie Monster. Heavy hit and shoulder there. One was for Ashton.
An amazing win.
Oh, what a goal that is!
Pierre of Premier.
Every time I need a rescue, hanging on the verge of breakdown. Even though I try to replace you, but loneliness makes me break down. Every time I need a rescue, hanging on the verge of breakdown. Waiting for a touch, you say no day. Nothing could really take your place. Every time I need a rescue, hanging on the verge of breakdown. Even though I try to replace you.
And welcome back to Sullivan Logistics Stadium as we see some of the first quarter highlights here from round 9 WAFLW action. McNaughton been busy, and East Perth so far weathered the storm and just flying shots on goal. When you consider the amount of time inside 50 and looking at the inside 50s, 13-5 to South Fremantle, they really could have been further in front. Possession 50-50 after the first quarter. So I think that stat of inside 50, 13-5 is crucial. And in hit-outs, Kate Newson, 12 zip, absolutely monstering them in the ruck. Alyssa Smogovic, 9 as well in that first quarter, along with Polly Meno with 7. A couple of the leading possession getters. And at the moment, Ellie Sara for East Perth with 6 as centre clearance comes to East Perth. Throwing it on the boot towards centre wing, huge fly. Outstanding effort. They couldn't claim it in the end. And now it comes to Ferns with the bright pink helmet and matching boots. Towards left half back. Well done, Verbruff. Really racking them up this afternoon. Kick in towards right half forward. It's a ground ball. Well done by Bain. South Freo defence trying to clear. Ritchie's kick towards the centre circle. Charging out was Keeley. But getting back to it first in the end for East Perth is Ogonski. Now South Fremantle. Clear the footy. Inboard though, and it's Ferns. Licked her lips and snaffled that one. Just forward of the centre circle for South Fremantle. And Layla Ferns goes sideways. Spots up a teammate. Then chip kick to centre wing. Controlling the football well here, the Royals. Into Rogers. Rogers kicks to centre half forward. Good mark. Now the kick goes to full forward. Free kick. It's going to East Perth for holding. And Lillian Ninyet will line them up from right in front. Not sure if she's got the distance. Does not look confident. Currently sitting 10th in hitouts in the competition. Lillian Ninyat with 65. And passes off. Said her teammate Vanderveld, a real task. Wrapped up in the tackle again, the East Perth defence. Well done by Polly Meno. Has been really strong and reliable this afternoon as we're on right half forward here. Wrapped up in the tackle again is Rogers. Early stages of this second quarter. South Fremantle have an 8-point lead, 2 kicks. McNaughton looks like she was playing tunnel ball, missed it. Came to her teammate though. Quick kick into the middle of the ground. East Perth, 2-on-2. Can they clear? It comes to Banks. Whenever Banks is around, they can clear all right. Feeds it out to a teammate. And good mark taken at centre half forward. Played on quickly. Inside 50 and good run by Verbruff. Don't think she's got the distance. Still 45 out. Waits for the leads. They come. Strong effort. Last minute spoiler comes back to Verbruff. Last minute tackle, gets boot to it. And Vanderveld takes the mark. Just showed so much determination then. Like a salmon swimming upstream, Verbruff never gave up. Sunk the slipper into it as she got slung to the ground and fed it to a teammate in Vanderveld. And Vanderveld lines him up. And she's kicked a point. And that would have been really handy for East Perth. And on the West Coast, Eagles scoreboard. East Perth at 0-3 to South Fremantle, 1-4. As they bring it straight down the right half back line towards the paint of 50. Good contest here, trying to barge through and break the tackle. Not able to do so. The Royals forward, and that's holding the ball. And South Fremantle clear through Ritchie. Kick to right half forward. Smogovic couldn't pick it up. Verbruff tackled her without the footy. So Smogovic takes the advantage, plays on. Kicks into the corridor, great kick. Finds Keeley, Zoe Keeley. Covered a lot of ground already today. Right foot kick towards centre half forward. Arrowsmith, but her opponent gets there first. They've got the numbers. East Perth, right foot snap kick though under pressure. Comes to Verbruff, but doing well. The teammate coming through has claimed it. then kicks in towards the centre circle. And Ninyat takes the mark. Good run provided. And now they go towards centre wing. Just took it before she had it, straight through the hands. Allowed the Bulldogs defence to go again. Comes to Keeley, broke the tackle, shot the hand pass out. Smogovic, scrappy little kick, was tackled as she got rid of it. Banks, a rare fumble. Heard the footsteps coming from Vecchio. Vecchio worried her out of it. Ball in dispute. On left half forward for East Perth, and we've got a ball up. East Perth kicking to the northern end of the ground. Apologies to the southern end of the ground this quarter. South Fremantle looking to add some more to their advantage from the first quarter, trying to barge her way through. We'll arm wrestle here. Left half forward for South Fremantle. Looks like Vanderberg gets the tap down to McNaughton. To Vecchio, got a horrible bounce. Still has time to pick it up. 2-on-1 though. One of the two in Abby Barber wraps her up. And we'll have a ball up. About 10 metres right out in front of the goal square. At this northern end, the Dogs desperately trying to bust off the chain. Can they do it? Keeley, 50-50 tap. Well done in the end by Ninyat. You can see why she's 10th in hit-outs in the comp, as Banks, trying to track the footy back towards the 50-metre line, has been resolute in defence this afternoon, but just too many Dogs there as Vecchio shoots it out to Keeley. She's wrapped up in the tackle, and we'll have another ball up. And that's Poppy Stockwell. Kicked a couple of goals last week for South Fremantle. Watch for her inside 50. One of the players to watch as Vandenberg smashes it down to her teammate, but that kick inside 50 is read brilliantly by the East Perth defence, and it's Canacossa, Gabrielle Canacossa, not the best disposal though. It comes back to her though, she's done well. That's a better kick towards centre wing. Well done, charging out at it. Comes back to Canacossa. Does enough to get the footy to her team's advantage. Pears, Caitlin Pears, trying to pick it up. Does well in the end, it comes back to her. Great pressure by Schmidgen. And we'll have a ball up on centre wing, outer side of the ground. South Fremantle kicking to the northern end here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Picturesque conditions here in Leederville. There's Verbruff trying to pick the ball up. Barging through, doing well was Barber, like a runaway freight train then. And great tackling pressure by East Perth, and they win the free kick for holding the ball. It was a hot old one, but it was there. Now East Perth can load them up, and Verbruff chips it over the top to centre half forward. Great kick. Finds Greenwood. Lucy Greenwood. Just her 8th game of WAFLW, recruited from Kulbinia. Kicked her full forward. Not able to take the mark. Got the paws up for it in the end. It was Rogers. And it's rushed over the line. And a minor score to East Perth as they still try to get their first major on the West Coast Eagles scoreboard. 0-4 to 1-6. South Fremantle in the lead. Just the one goal kick so far in the game by Huggett in the first quarter. Brushed a teammate. Snapped on goal with surgical precision. And South Fremantle here, speaking of surgical precision, doing brilliantly out of defence to Arrowsmith. That kick though, He's going towards the Vecchio direction, and why wouldn't you? He's been one of the best players this season, but read brilliantly by East Perth. They load up again towards centre forward. Ferns snaffled it brilliantly, great crumbing. Right foot kick towards the right half forward line. They've got the run here. Sarah, if she can pick it up. Ellie Sara's kicked her full forward. Great mark. Oh, that's a slips catch. And East Perth here. Commentators stitch up. No 25 in the book. She'll have a shot from deep in the right full forward pocket. Discipline kick to the hot spot. Touch ball, I think. Yes, it's called. Play on. Ninyette wrapped up. Somehow got the paw to it. And we'll have a ball up, I think. And Ninyette unfortunately got spoilt by her own player. Not a lot of talk in that contest. As Ninyette now up against Vandenberg. That's been a great contest. And Matilda Sim, number 25 for East Perth. Fantastic mail there as Caitlin Pears picks the footy up. Oh, wrapped up in the tackle, thrown over the line. And East Perth have got a sniff here. It's been a real arm wrestle this quarter, but most of the play has been in East Perth's forward 50. Lucy Greenwood there for East Perth. Just showing great determination near the line. So boundary throw in just next to the point post. Getting to it first in the end was Rogers. The double hand tap down the front like a volleyballer. Trying to get it to a teammate. Wrapped up in the tackle, holding the ball. And East Perth now, can they? And it's Gugliese Thompson, kicked towards goal. It's off to the minor side. So East Perth still searching for that first goal, but promising signs. Under siege at the moment, the Bulldogs. At Sullivan Logistics Stadium. WAFLW round 9 action, thanks to streamer.com.au and front row screens. Tim Lee's on the mic. As the kick comes to the right half back line, Strom wrapped up in the tackle. Inspired play by East Perth. They've got a real sniff here. Blood is in the water. That kick is a scrappy one though. Sim couldn't pick it up. They'll get another crack though. It's turnover city here in Leederville. And it's you, Julia Ooh. Kicks it towards the line, and Layla Ferns. She's been a real spark for East Perth. Verbruff, a real colossus, a workhorse. Strong as a champion mare today. Has been willing her side back into it as Newson. Right on top in that first quarter and continues in the same fashion. Gets it to McNaughton. It'll come back to Newson. Shoots the hand pass out, looking for Matthews, but East Perth have stolen it here. There's Guglia Thompson, got it to Ferns. Ferns now to Boothman. Emily Boothman inside 50. Reading it best as the Doggies defence, like they've done so often this afternoon. And they found a teammate in Cronin, Hunter Cronin. And right half back, kicks to centre wing. Stockwell tried to mark, was just nudged under it illegally, says the umpire. So Stockwell has the free kick on centre wing, right in front of the central commentary position. Tries to spot up the centre half forward. Turnover. It was Huggett who tried to charge out at it. East Perth kick it into the corridor. It's a 2-on-1. Sims there as the one. Couldn't wrap Pommes back in the tackle, so her kick comes in just forward of the centre circle. Banks tries to charge through like a wounded bull, got wrapped up in the tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Inspired footy here. McNaughton and Guglia Thompson. And we'll have another ball up in the centre circle, just forward of it. for South Fremantle. It's been all East Perth in this second quarter. Newson's tap, front left down to a teammate. It's well read by East Perth. So Ferns again. He's going to be rushed to hospital with leather poisoning soon. Just amassing them. Comes to Sim, who's been lively at centre half forward. To Ninyet. She goes bang! And kicks the first for East Perth. And they get some icing on their cake after such magnificent pressure in this second quarter. As we see the kick from Sim just inside 50. Beat a couple of defenders, and it was an off spinner really, the off break, and Ninyet was there. Couldn't believe her luck. Picked it up, quick right foot snap. Put your glasses down. And all of a sudden East Perth are in front. They've kicked 1-5 to South Fremantle's 1-4. And we've got a 1-point ball game at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Fourth versus seventh. East Perth playing for their season this afternoon. Lose and you'd have to think in a 16-round season, at the very least, the first nails in your coffin as Ferns trying to break her way through like a runaway freight train. She's been absolutely inspired this quarter, trying to break another tackle. But McNaughton gets her and will have a ball up on central wing. There's Rogers fighting hard up against Arrowsmith. Guess who? Ferns is down there on the bottom of the pack again. There's Rogers and Newson. Newson wins it. Quick soccer off the ground to the advantage of Norton. Read it brilliantly. Dished a hand pass off to the run of Huggett to full forward. Scintillating play by South Fremantle. And Sidiris, Pippa Sidiris, will line them up from pretty much right in front. 35 out in just her 7th game of WAFLW football. And boy, the butterflies will be blowing. Comes in, floating ball, but threads the needle. South Fremantle answer in the best way possible with a major. And Sidiris gets her first of the afternoon. Recruited from South Coogee as we see this brilliant piece of play. McNaughton, like a cheetah, after having an espresso shot there, just sprinted through, broke that tackle, straight onto the chest of Sidiris, and a real Steve Kernahan special, that one. But it doesn't matter as long as it goes straight, and that's what it did. Exciting footy here in WAFLW, round 9 action. South Fremantle get back the lead. Seesawing contest in the second quarter. Going to ground is Arrowsmith. Somehow gets the hand pass out though. They've got the footy. On right half back, South Fremantle. Desperate pressure by the Royals. There was Vinicombe. And also Greenwood, not letting the Dogs run through that one. Pulling hard on the lead there. As Ninyet, brilliant over the top. Has really sparked the Royals this afternoon. Quick little chip kick inside 50 by Ferns. Wrapped up straight away in the tackle is Cronin. Hunter Cronin. And that's a good contest between her and Vinicombe. As the tap right on the paint to centre forward by Vandenberg. Up against Ninyet. Ninyet claims the footy, but Vandenberg, strong tackle. Sorry, it was Greenwood with the footy. And the tackler Pears, Caitlin Pears. As Ninyet tried to get over the top, but it was a blue and black paw. And it came to Verbruff. Well, that's holding the ball. That was a red-hot decision. Sorry, it was Barber. As the siren sounds for half-time. And what a quarter of footy we have had in round 9 of the WAFLW. And South Fremantle, they take a slender 5-point break going into halftime. And what a quarter from Verbruff and Layla Ferns in the middle. East Perth really had it all on the line. Playing for their season at 1-6, a loss today would make it extremely hard. And you could tell in that quarter that their season was on the line. And South Fremantle, coming off 3 straight wins, looking for their 4th straight. A win today would consolidate their spot in the top 4 in the second half of the season. So plenty of action to come in this second half. What's going to happen? Will East Perth get the better of this arm wrestle and keep their season alive? Or will it be South Fremantle? Will they break off the chain and lock in that 4th spot? We'll be right back with the 3rd quarter, the Premiership quarter, on streamer.com.au. Thanks to Front Row Screens. And a big shout out to Kia Motors and West Coast Eagles today as our other major partners. We'll be right back with 3rd quarter right after this.
Plays it along the ice, into the net and scores! Gets the team off to a flyer! Giving it everything, it's a great goal!
And the celebration carried the extraordinary upset.
Goalkeeper again came up big!
To take the win here at the King of the Hill.
Ball up on the Cookie Monster. Heavy hit and shoulder there. One was for Ashton.
An amazing win.
Oh, what a goal that is!
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one.
Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. This for my headers. Listen. Ooh, back then wasn't worried about me though. In the gym trying to work on my free throw. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What's poppin'?
Who you a
Brand new
fool for
whip,
this?
just hopped in. Just hopped in.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one.
Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. This for my headers. Listen. Ooh, back then wasn't worried about me though. In the gym trying to work on my free throw. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Dramatic victory. A goal on the siren.
They called out, goodness gracious me. Plays it along the ice, into the net and scores. Gets the team off to a flyer. Giving it everything. It's a great goal.
And the celebrations have begun. Extraordinary upset.
Goalkeeper again came up big.
To take the win here in the King of the Hill.
Ball up for the Cookie Monster. Heavy hip and shoulder there. One was for Ashton.
An amazing win.
Oh, what a goal that is!
Welcome back to round 9 WAFLW action at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. And what a contest we've got on our hands. East Perth with their season on the line, trying to give it everything. South Fremantle looking to consolidate 4th spot on the ladder. At the moment, there is a small margin. Just looking at our stats from our second quarter, inside 50s now, 15-13, so an 8-2 run by East Perth in that quarter. Still concerning stat here for the hit-outs though, 26-4. Can you believe it? Absolutely monstering them, South Fremantle, in the ruck. And you've just got to wonder, that first use for the mids, will it be telling in the end? Goal kickers for East Perth, Ninyet, and it's Huggett and Sadiris for South Fremantle. As the siren sounds for the start of the premiership quarter, the third quarter, and it was Vandenberg who got the tap down. But Verbruff for East Perth tries to claim it, wrapped up in the tackle. We've gained about 10 metres towards the East Perth goal. So another ball up here. Opening 30 seconds of the third quarter. And Vandenberg gets a decisive tap down. About 10 metres forward, but charging through for East Perth. Claimed in the tackle, played on quickly to Ferns. And away goes Ferns in the bright pink helmet and the matching boots. She's been a live wire this afternoon. To Greenwood. Lucy Greenwood's got some time. Took a bounce. Fumbled. Had time still. And then the kick was errant. And it's dribbled over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw in just inside 50 on the right half forward line for East Perth. Promising start. And it's going to be Rogers taking on Vandenberg. And does well, gets the two hands straight down to Greenwood. Two South Fremantle defenders mob her straight away though. And we'll have another ball up. Desperate defence from both teams this afternoon. As you can see with the scoreline, as Ferns and McNaughton lining up at that centre bounce. That is a tantalising contest. Vandenberg, in the end, got a second hit on it. Got it to the advantage of a teammate in Matthews. Free kick is it. Just a bit sloppy. Pushing the back. And East Perth can go forward. Kick to Vandenveld. Just spills over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Again, right half forward for East Perth, just outside 50 metres. And it's Vandenberg up against Rogers. And Vandenberg this time gets the better of the tap. But Greenwood's there, cop one high, play on, says the umpire, no free kick. And she will get one in the end. So Greenwood. And a real in and under player, been superb as Greenwood kicks inside 50. Good lead in the end, but not able to take the mark was Lindgren. Has kicked a few goals this year. They'd be looking to get it in her hands as much as possible. South Fremantle showing great poise here, just had the numbers, 3-on-1. And spotted a teammate up. And they can clear now on right half back. Kick comes to centre wing. Keeley just dropped one she should have taken. Crumbs come to Ferns. Tried to run away with it. Good tackle by Cocking. Ball spilt. We've got the numbers here, East Perth, but again, Cocking inspired play. Followed up with 2 or 3 solid efforts. And it ends up in Kanikos's hand for East Perth, but she is not going anywhere. So ball up. Centre wing, outer side of the ground. Vandenberg gets it down, but straight to East Perth. Superb work here. Ferns just didn't steady. Scrappy kick. Set her teammate a big task. But she was pretty up to it. Numbers with the Bulldogs. Wrapped up in the tackle, Ferns. It's just been like a tornado tearing through a town this afternoon. And I'm sure there's a few South Fremantle players out there seeing flashes of bright pink as she runs past with that helmet and boots. Is again another stalemate. And we'll have a ball up. Centre wing, outer side of the ground, slightly forward of centre for East Perth. And Vandenberg wins another hit out, down to McNaughton. Kick towards the centre. Huggett, strong, the Colossus, takes it, Plays on quickly to Sprillin. Oh, maybe he shouldn't have played on. Wrapped up in the tackle. Coming through with ease. The East Perth defence. And Milner shares the footy to Boothman. And Boothman's kick though, just a little bit too rushed. Kicks it to the true centre-half forward position. Cronin's there. Oh, they've coughed it up here, South Fremantle. Another chance for the Royals. Putting her head over it and copping one high. Looks like Greenwood, I think. It is. So right on the paint of 50. Sizes the options up. Goes to the hot spot to Ninyat. Out of the hands. Almost took it. Tracking it well. Strom trying to worry her out of it. And as they've so often done this afternoon, the Bulldogs defence and through Hunter Cronin. Strong tackles. And we've got another ball up deep here in the East Perth. Right full forward pocket. It falls to Greenwood. She sets sail for goal. Oh, off to the minor side. Boy, that's got the hairs going up on the arms. And if she'd snapped that, that would have brought the house down. But Lucy Greenwood, inspired by her teammates in that second quarter. If you've only just tuned in, it was all South Fremantle early in this game. Taking a couple of goal lead at quarter time, and then East Perth really fighting hard in that second quarter to get back. And then South Fremantle got the steadier as we are back at the centre half back position. East Perth have caused the spill here. It was Schmigden. Got it to a teammate, kick to full forward. There's no one there though. And the Doggies defence, resolute. Comes to Huggett now. Charged out, and she's tracking it backwards. Picks it up now, has a bounce. Huggett on centre wing in the end. Kicks in, Banks. Drops the mark, but it's a down the ground free kick. So a bit of poor discipline by the East Perth player. And Huggett letting her know about it as now Stockwell kicks in to centre half forward. Almost taking the mark with Sidiris. Free kick, says the umpire. It's going the way of East Perth. And just lacking a little bit of polish with those kicks inside 50. That was a big opportunity for South Fremantle. As the kick now comes towards Huggett. Can't claim it. Ninyat's there. Overruns the footy. It comes back to her. Little hand pass to Madden. Madden's kick up and under. Inside the centre square. Arrowsmith trying to pick it up. In the end, does a little toe poke. It works out for the Doggies. Oh, trying to do another toe poke. But doing a Glenn McGrath in the Ashes. Just rolled her ankle on the ball. That was incredible. Ninyat. Hand pass towards a teammate. Senator Schmigden. Now it comes back to South Fremantle. Vecchio. He's been a bit quieter this afternoon. He's been one of their best players as Stockwell was trying to cause the turnover. And here come East Perth. It was Milner. Poor hand pass though. Lucky for them though, holding the player. Luck's a fortune as Kanikosa has been a real spark for them at different times. With the really long ponytail down near her waist and the bright sparkling blue ribbons. And there's Banks. Close to their best for East Perth. Her kick, not great though. Set her teammate a big task. It was Poulies Thompson who got it on. Buttering up for the second effort, Poulies Thompson does well. And at the bottom of that pack, guess who? Of course, it's McNaughton. And Huggett there. Just trying to get in the heads of the East Perth players a little bit, I think. And Ninyat, brilliant. Oh, here we go, East Perth inside 50. There was the kick by Oganowski. It falls to the Royals. Great tackle. Hunter Cronin, superb. Trying to run through was Vinicombe like a battering ram. But Hunter Cronin resolute and forced the tackle, but they've turned it over again here to Layla Ferns. Not the type of player you want to turn it over to either. One of the best players on the ground and has spotted a teammate up in Lindgren. Notable goal kicker has Lindgren now. Bit of a helicopter ball. Peter Sumich special. Into the left full forward pocket. The target was Rogers, Michaela Rogers. But she sees it over the line, so we've got a boundary throw in. Deep in the left full forward pocket on the West Coast Eagles scoreboard. 4-point margin. Tight, round 9 WAFLW action. A real arm wrestle. Who's going to come out on top? Vecchio in there. Can't force the spillage. And Caitlin Pears as well. As always, a tough tackler. So Vecchio looking to play harder on Ferns here, but Ferns just walked straight past her. Poulies Thompson now kicks to the top of the square. Great kick. Tracking back was Vinicombe. Almost claimed it. Now it comes back to her. Gang tackled by the Bulldogs. And if you were the coach of South Fremantle, if you had 21 Hunter Cronins in your team, you'd be pretty satisfied. She has been an absolute terrier in that defensive half for South Fremantle this afternoon. A little toe poke, but it's gone straight to Ninyet. Ninyet feeds it to the run of Sarah. Sarah steadies to full forward, dropping the mark though. Unlucky Vinicombe. Late pressure by the Dogs. And the footsteps were felt as Smogovic, one of the leading possession winners on the ground, gets it to Sprillin. But East Perth refusing to give up. Now it squirts out to the Dogs. Vecchio's kick to centre half forward is good. Bit of hesitation. Now they load up to the hot spot, the Dogs. Who's back there? It's Stockwell. I talked about Poppy Stockwell earlier, the live wire. Can she kick one here? Oh, that is a colossal tackle. Sabella Banks take a bow. Vice-like grip. And she's got to be one of the best tacklers I've seen in this competition. And I tell you what, going in close to the three-quarter time siren, that could almost be a season-saving tackle. I wonder if we've got the replay on it, but that was just magnificent. Love seeing defensive, last-clutch tackles. As we've got a boundary throw in, pretty much on centre wing, outer side of the ground, and it's Vandenberg up against Ninyet. And Ninyet really trying hard to get her team back in it, but Vandenberg just muscles her out of it. But as so often's happened this afternoon, East Perth sharked the clearance through Ferns. And her kick to centre wing. Superb play by East Perth. They've won the footy, and it comes back to Ferns. It was Ellie Sara who got it to Ferns. But now that kick to the left half forward line. The Dogs have got the numbers. Quick chain of hand passes. Cocking. Now it comes to Vandenberg in the centre. Does well to get rid of the footy. But the hand pass just went straight to Challender. Kick goes over the back. What a tackle by Greenwood. She can sense blood in the water. And Lucy Greenwood playing magnificent footy and willing her footy back in, willing her team back into this contest as Ferns reads the crumbs brilliantly inside 50. They've got the numbers, East Perth. Coming through again is Sarah. Tried a bit of a banana kick off the outside of the boot. And Rogers been a bit unlucky a couple of times now. He's had 3 or 4 metres on her opponent. You really are dependent on your delivery when you're playing that position. As Vandenberg is going to take on Rogers. So good play by Rogers here. Taking the ruck tap in the forward line. Gets the double-hander straight down. Got it to Schmieden, who got it to Ferns. Gang tackled again is Ferns. Really amassing them, Layla Ferns. Ball up, sorry. About 40 out on a 45-degree angle. Ferns sharks it and threads it. That is a big contender for goal of the season. Certainly the best of today. And Layla Ferns, gun barrel straight, kicks the goal and breathes life into their season. Magnificent reading of the tap and just slots it after running her full measure. And look at that, you gotta love to see that kind of love. That's what team footy is all about. And it brings hairs up on the arm, but Layla Ferns, magnificent goal. Like an arrow from a bow. Never looked like missing. And a gun barrel straight drop punt in today's footy is always extremely crucial for your team. As for Bruff, been a little bit quieter this quarter. Greenwood and Ferns have had taken over from her. Very lively in that first half. Great tackle in the end on centre wing. And it's Ellie Sara who's last up off the deck, and she has really inspired her team this afternoon. One of the best players on the ground, in my opinion, as Banks comes through. Again, playing in front. Just sockers it forward. Comes to the hands of Boothman, and the Royals now have a ball up in the centre square, just forward of centre. Comes to Vandenberg. Oh, brilliant play by East Perth. They're pinning the ears back here from centre half back. That kick goes over the top though. First back were the Dogs. And it was Vecchio getting involved. Clearing kick to centre wing. Huggett was trying to get amongst it. Great pressure by Sarah Madden. And that contest has been enthralling. Madden certainly giving away a bit of size and height. I'm sure South Fremantle's strategy will be to get it in quick to Huggett. As Newsom now having a run in the ruck. And that ruck combination has been dominant this afternoon of Newsom and Vandenberg. As we'll have another ball up right in front of the central commentary position. And it was Abby Barber last off the deck. Great tap by Rogers for East Perth. Comes to the hands of McNaughton. Oh, just weaving her way through brilliantly was Greenwood. Here we go, East Perth through Sarah. Oh, just rushed the kick, only went about 3 metres. She's got time to butter up again. Just stolen by the Dogs though. That kick to the advantage of McNaughton. Just got the toe poke in time. And then pushed over by Ogonowski. And Ogonowski just bundled McNaughton over straight in the back. And she didn't have the footy. She was looking so dangerous, McNaughton. So a real professional free kick. That kick in towards the full forward line. Keeley couldn't mark. Wraps up, Banks in the tackle. Holding the ball. And unlucky for Banks, but Keeley, what a second effort. And the coaches for South Fremantle would have smiles from ear to ear seeing their full forward butter up for the second effort and force the holding the ball. Love to see forward pressure, forward defensive pressure. Let's see what Keeley can do. Has she got the distance? Yes, she did, but not the accuracy. So a minor score. And on the West Coast Eagles scoreboard, it's 2-6-18 East Perth to South Fremantle 2-5-17. It's a 1-point ball game with less than a minute to go. Strap yourselves in for the last quarter on streamer.com.au and front row screens. As South Fremantle kick it in. Still a chance for East Perth. High tackle to Greenwood. Sorry, of course, it was East Perth kicking in. Can they get another one? 25 seconds to go. The Bruff's got it on the chest. Has to go quickly. I can see the coaches on the bench telling her that. Plays on. Takes a bounce. Just gets rid of it. Rushed kick in the end. Spoiled. It was Boothman who was trying to mark it. And Stockwell, interesting effort at the mark. Ho ho, silky by Lucy Greenwood. How was that pick up? One-handed. The kick was errant. And a real arm wrestle here this afternoon. East Perth with season 2024 on the line. 1-6 they are. Had their first win of the season 2 weeks ago. And they're looking to get their second and keep their season alive. Can they do it? We'll find out very soon. A 1-point ball game here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. South Fremantle weathering the storm brilliantly. They've had their fair share of chances as well. Looking at the stat sheet, it's pretty much put a line straight through the middle. 50-50 across most of the categories, except for hitouts. Newson, Vandenberg, absolutely monstering them in the ruck, giving their team first use. I tell you what though, Mignette for East Perth and Michaela Rogers, they've had some spare parts rucks that have just chipped in when needed, and they're keeping their team in it. But will that hit-out dominance be crucial in this last 25 minutes or so? We'll find out very soon on front row screens and streamer.com.au. On the West Coast Eagles scoreboard, it's a 1-point ball game. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Poppin'. Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one.
Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. This for my headers. Listen. Back then wasn't worried about me though. In the gym trying to work on my break though. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Kia, movement that inspires.
time I need a rescue, hanging on the verge of breakdown, waiting for a touch, you say no day. Nothing could really take your place. Every time I need a rescue, hanging on the verge of breakdown.
And we're back for the final instalment at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Picturesque conditions in Leederville. About a 20 kilometre an hour sou'wester here. 22 degrees, sunny conditions. You don't get much better for a game of football. And that's what we have this afternoon. We have a cracking contest. 1 point is the margin. Leading possession getters for South Fremantle, Hunter Cronin 19, Smogovac 19, McNaughton 15. And for East Perth, the live wire Layla Ferns 23, Elisara 15. And Vibra on 15 also. As South Fremantle get that clearance, soccering off the ground was Matthews to centre half forward. Wrapped up straight away in the tackle. Like a birthday present the night before Christmas there. At centre half forward it is. Rogers up against Vandenberg. Copped a nice corky for her troubles, did Rogers. That wouldn't tickle either from Vandenberg as it gets to Verbruff. Gets a boot to it. Vecchio is there. Great tackle. Leading tackler in the competition, but it spills to East Perth. And guess who? Yep, Lucy Greenwood running through the middle of the ground. Loads up to full forward. Nignet's there from behind. Tried to punch. Spoilt it. Did well. Coughing the footy up is Strom. They've got the numbers, East Perth. Slung was Pommer's back. But the Dogs clear. Straight up in the air though. And East Perth have got the mark right in front. About 40 out. Looks like Sarah Madden. And the kick goes to the hot spot. And free kick. And that's why you play in front. And it's going to go to Vinicombe. And the kick was from Milner. And Sian Vinicombe, the Broom Girl, in just her 4th game of WAFLW. And this would be a dream start for the Royals, playing for their season. 1-6 currently, sitting in 7th. Put your glasses down, that's straight through the eye, diddle diddle. And magic scenes here at Sullivan Logistics. As we see Vinicombe playing in front. And it cops a knee straight for her troubles. But must have made contact with the arms. And free kick right in front. Bit of a tomahawk helicopter, drop punt. But it was gun barrel straight. And on the Kia Motors scoreboard now, East Perth 3-6-24, South Fremantle 2-5-17. The challenge has been set down now to the Dogs. How will they respond? As Verbruff picks the footy up, but is tackled straight away. And we'll have another ball up just to the left of the centre circle. As Rogers up against Vandenberg, comes straight to Verbruff. Really starting to rack them up now. Verbruff coming back into the game. after a bit of a quiet spell in the middle part. There's Greenwood. That was excellent play. Put her body on the line, courageous just to keep the ball alive, but it dribbles over the line. So we've got a boundary throw in here. Just over 3 minutes gone in this final quarter. 7 points to margin. Vandenberg up against Rogers. It goes over the back. No one gets a hand to it. McNaughton and Ferns. McNaughton goes to ground. Ferns keeps her feet towards right half forward. Touch ball. Trying to claim the mark was Cronin. Sorry, Ava Ritchie. But again, Greenwood getting that right paw in there. Inspirational stuff since quarter time from East Perth. With their season on the line, they've shown so much grit and determination. And Layla Ferns, she's got a leg like a surgeon's scalpel. Incredible. As the ball now comes to McNaughton, she beats Ferns to it this time. That was magnificent, just hacked it out of the air to the advantage of her teammate in Sprillen. In towards Huggett. Spilt the mark. Banks gets the hand pass from a teammate. Kicks towards right half back. Still ball in dispute. McNaughton gets a quick hand pass out. Feeds back to Newson. Tries to sink the slipper in, but misses the ball altogether. Free kick. And it's going to go against Pulleys, Thompson. And Arrowsmith kicks in towards the left half forward line. Almost a juggled mark. Pommer's back, gets the crumbs, feeds the hand pass out. Now it comes to Arrowsmith. Beats her opponent. McNaughton snaps. And she's hit the post. Oh, everyone got out of their seats then. Oh, that would have made at 1 point the difference. But South Fremantle really trying to answer this challenge from East Perth. They wouldn't want to go another goal down as the long kick comes in, and they've spilt it again. Turnover to South Fremantle, and Keely's got the mark at full forward. Zoe Keely in her 8th game of WAFLW. 183 centimetres, the light tower from Katanning. Big shout out to any Katanning Wanderers viewers. Such a beautiful town and footy oval as Keely unfortunately misses that one. Well, if you're a South Fremantle supporter, it's unfortunate. If you're an East Perth supporter, you beauty. But is that an important point? It makes it one kick now. Takes the draw out of it. Still so much time to go though. So probably pulling the trigger early on that one. As that kick by East Perth. They've got a sniff here, the Bulldogs. Arrowsmith claims it. And has found Vecchio. No, it's Sprillen, sorry. Sprillen loads up to full forward. Newson was there, couldn't claim it. McNaughton. Well read, wrapped in the tackle though. And Kanakosa. That kick, deliberate. Oh, it went out on the full in the end. And the pressure, incredible here on these East Perth defenders. But Sabella Banks again. Been a brilliant player this afternoon, right from the first quarter, has not stopped. As Newson has forced a turnover. Arrowsmith, the cavalry came, but too late for East Perth. Arrowsmith's kick towards Huggett. Keeps it in. Quick kick just inside the boundary line, next to the point post. Comes out to the forward 50. Bain, soccers off the ground to Sprillin. And guess who? Yep, Sabella Banks. Another saving mark. Finds Ninyet deep in the left fullback pocket. What an entertaining contest this has been. Round 9 action. Oh, turnover. And now Arrowsmith. Plenty of possessions. Has spotted a teammate at the true centre half forward position. It was Cocking. Feeds the little hand pass to Stockwell. It comes into full forward where Palmer's back. Gets it on the bounce. Still alive for the Dogs. Cocking's hand pass though. Well read by the East Perth defence, and they clear the footy. And it's going to beat Verbruff. No, deliberate. So Matthews has got the free kick. Good decision by the umpire. Ball comes back in. Huggett charging out at it. Ferns was there as well. Good late pressure by Huggett. And it goes over the line. We've got a boundary throw in. About 10 metres around from the point post. Right full forward pocket at the northern end here at Sullivan Logistics. Beautiful sunny conditions in Leederville as Ninyat and Keeley. Keeley tried to take it out of the ruck. Fell to Ninyat. Then Banks gets the crumbs. Just throws it on the boot. Needed to have a Captain Cook. Vecchio. Left hand pass out to support run. Greenwood. Scintillating tackle but too high. And Hope Arrowsmith, close to the best on the ground this afternoon, been getting plenty of touches. Lots of inside 50s as Banks cops a big bump from Huggett. Ferns up against Australian. McNaughton wraps up Ferns. But the cavalry's there for the Royals. It was Greenwood and Vecchio and Pugliese Thompson. They take the footy over the line. Time ticking away. Just over halfway through this final quarter. On the Kia Motors scoreboard, we've got a 5-point ball game. East Perth in front. Boundary throw in. Left half forward. Newson's tap. Stolen by Ferns like the thief in the night. Follows up for the second effort. Just bundles a Dogs midfielder over and then ends up with the footy. And then charges off the ground. Oh, she's absolutely cooked, trying to get a rotation. But it's not going, so she just stays out there. Incredible endurance shown. What a tackle by Poppy Stockwell. The Dogs, they've got a sniff here, and that's poor discipline. Pugliese Thompson just giving a free kick away, and Vecchio letting her know about it. As Stockwell has got the free kick. Not a person you want to give a free kick on the left half forward line with time ticking away. No, it's not Stockwell in the end. Sprillin has been lively. Barking orders, forces the full forward to come at her. Kick to the top of the square. Huggett's there, so's Keeley. Banks just toe pokes it, cops one high. Tries to shoot the hand pass out, and it goes over the line. Great defensive pressure by the two tall targets in Keeley and Huggett. It's made it a very hard day at the office for the East Perth defence. As boundary throw in, deep in this left full forward pocket for South Fremantle. They're kicking to the northern end as Shadows now coming across the boundary line. Vecchio, brilliant to Sprillin. Banana kick in towards the left half forward, about 40 metres out, but Banks comes through. Just slaps it on the kick, on the boot, sorry. Messy old kick. And gang tackle. And it's Vandenberg and Polomeno all over East Perth at the moment. Vandenberg gets the right tap down to not McNaughton, it's Stockwell. Stockwell's right snap kick. Top of the square. Palmer's back, claims it. There was Sarah Madden who claimed her. Keeley tries to take it out of the ruck. Last minute pour in from East Perth. Great stuff. Vecchio breaks one tackle. Sprillin, on the right foot. And it's bounced over. And that was hard work. Strong by Sprillen, Cara Sprillen. The veteran, you'd have to say, playing her 62nd game of footy. WAFLW, ooh, big early leap. Probably should have been a free kick, none given. Poulies Thompson gets the crumbs. Long kick towards the right half forward line. Trying to take the mark. Couldn't claim it in the end with Sim. It rebounds straight back towards Vandenberg. The Dogs have got the numbers here. But standing in the way was Sarah. Verbruff tracks backwards. Gets the backhand pass. Comes back to Sarah. She dishes it off. Sold her teammate into trouble. And what a tackle. And it was Alessiou who got wrapped up in the tackle. Poppy Stockwell, inspired play with just over 5.5 minutes. They go long and strong to the hot spot. McNaughton's there, Keely's there, Sprillen's also sniffing. Banks throws it on the right boot. Sarah tried to claim the mark and then gets a bit of treatment. Holding the ball. Oh, that's a red hot decision. Played on. Wow, it's a hot ball at the moment. South Freo got it, dished it off and then turned it over straight away. East Perth's kick to centre wing now is turned over again. It's going to come straight back. Baines' kick to Sprillen. Brilliant stuff. Long kick to McNaughton. Oh, I reckon that was a mark. Play on, says the umpire. Banks, waste no time. Tenacious stuff from Banks. Finds Rogers. Precise kick by Rogers and has found a teammate. That is the opposite now, as they've turned it over again here, East Perth. Sprillen inspired. She's up and about at the moment. And Vandenberg bashes it down to Sprillen. All over Rogers at the moment. It falls to Polymeno. Back to Sprillen. Desperately fighting hard, East Perth here. Horrible bounce for the South Fremantle forwards. Still ball in dispute. Left full forward pocket. Stockwell gets it out to Sidiris. To the top of the square. Huggett fumbled it. Socket off the ground. Still there for the Dogs. Verbruff. Strong. Tough. But kicked under pressure. Great tackle by East Perth. Verbruff ends up with it. She's tackled though. Pears goes backwards. Turned over again though. And that's a big upper and under. Hasn't gone the distance. Forcing the spoil was Pears. Now she gets it again. Shoots the hand pass out to Ritchie. Just slapped it on the boot. Gotta have a Captain Cook. Kicked it straight to Ferns and she's trying to break away with it. 4 points the margin. South Fremantle going for 4 wins on the trot. East Perth desperately trying to keep their season alive. They're 1-6. Can they do it? Sprillen wrapping the tackle up on Poulies Thompson. Is it Vecchio? Yes, it is. Oh, the crowd's right in this contest. Vecchio, the leading tackler in the WAFLW, with 47 tackles. Her kick towards centre half forward, pleading her case with Stockwell. No free kick. And Ferns takes a deep breath for East Perth. Comes to Verbruff. Great poise. Got it to Rogers. They had their spare player. And Sim showing poise. Gets it to the best on ground, Layla Ferns. Time ticking away. Probably too early to play the possession, run the clock down game yet. That was a big early flight by Greenwood. No free kick given. Turnover, the Dogs have got it. Thrown on the left boot, straight to Ferns. It beats her. McNaughton tracking it. Oh, some horrific bounces. You gotta love the oval ball. Kick in towards full forward, but Banks is there again. Like so often this afternoon. Horrific kick towards Ferns. Kind of picked the footy up, was absolutely dumped by Polymeno. Another ball in dispute, and we'll have a ball up. Left half forward for South Fremantle. Time ticking away, 1 minute to go. Can they steal it, the Bulldogs? The Royals desperately defending their territory like a dog defending their bone. As Pulleys Thompson tries to clear it. Desperate footy. Round 9 WAFLW action on streamer.com.au. Thanks to Front Row Screens, Kia Motors and West Coast Eagles. 20 seconds. I think East Perth are going to do it. This is going to be one of the wins of the season. Oh, the commentators curse. Free kick to South Fremantle. Last roll of the dice. Vecchio into centre half forward. Free kick. Siren's going to sound. Smothered. And East Perth prevail. What a win. Refused to give up. Unyielding all day, East Perth. And that's the kind of win that makes your season. And they've saved it from 1-6 now. They are alive. 2-6. And magnificent scenes here. The hairs are up on the arms. What a finish to round 9 WAFLW action. And the Royals win this arm wrestle this afternoon. Just unrelenting pressure from both sides all day. But it was the determination of East Perth. Like a school of salmon swimming upstream. They refused to give up. And they made it. And they've clinched the win on the Kia Motors scoreboard as we see some of the highlights. McNaughton, just a magnificent player this afternoon. Amassed them all afternoon. And Lauren Vecchio and Sprillen definitely in their best. You can see why Vecchio leading the tackle count in the WAFLW. Such a strong player. And Huggett, a real colossus at full forward. You have to say the East Perth defence, take your hat off to them today. Led by Banks, Sabella Banks, just incredible work. Lucy Greenwood just got them back into the contest in that second half. And for Bruff, just like a tractor, workhorse, like a champion mare, just goes all day. And I tell you what, you line up on her, you're going to have your work cut out for you. But it was the Layla Ferns show today, just brilliant as we see more of Verbruff feeding it in. But 2-8-20 South Fremantle, quite wasteful in the end. 10 scoring shots to 9. Absolutely dominated the hit-outs through Newson and Vandenberg as we see more vision of Lucy Greenwood. Probably close to best on the ground as well. You could probably raffle it between her and Ferns, and Rogers there trying to get the little banana kick in, the miracle goal. And she was awesome as well, Michaela Rogers. And they were missing probably their best big player, Matilda Bennett, in the side, East Perth today. But they've prevailed, East Perth, 3-6-24 against South Fremantle, 3-8-20. And they're alive in season 2024. Just looking at a couple of the match stats. inside 50s, 33-21 in the end. South Fremantle against East Perth, and the hit-out figure, 48-17. So a couple of things there, I'm sure, for South Fremantle to go through in the wash-up during the week. But it's all over Red Rover here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Tim Lee's on the mic, signing out on streamer.com.au. Huge thank you to Front Row Screens as well, and Kia Motors, and of course the West Coast Eagles, our other major partners. But what a game of footy we've had in WAFLW Round 9, and we hold our breath as we wait for the next instalment. 16 rounds in this season, so we're on the home stretch now. And who will it be that'll hold the cup aloft in a couple of months' time? That's it for me. We'll see you next time.